it's Jordan, and today I'm going to be doing the Doctor Who book tag. As you can see, I'm wearing a Doctor Who shirt. This is the new logo, and I'm really excited about the new season. And this tag was created by Sam's Nonsense, which I'll link her original video down below. I just decided to do this tag because the new season of Doctor Who is coming out soon, and I'm just really excited about that. So why not do a Doctor Who book tag? So let's get started. And of course I have my questions all written down in a sticky notes because I just feel a little too lazy to look up on YouTube. But anyways, the first question is the first Doctor, William Hartnell, the first book in the series. There are so many books that I love that are first books of the series that are my favorites, but today I'm going to be talking about Daughter of the Pirate King by Tricia Levenseller. I just love this book so much, and of course it's a first book in the duology, and I'm dying to read Daughter of the Siren Queen, which I have not read yet, and I love Alosa and all the characters from this book. I just love Alosa because she's so badass, and she's it's like I can do whatever I want because I'm Daughter of the Pirate King, obviously, and that's what I love about her, and she just goes along with her own plan, and that's what I love about Daughter of the Pirate King. The second question is the second Doctor, Patrick Troughton. That's who it is. I almost forgot about him. And the question for that is your favorite sequel. I just read this recently and I love it more than the first book, which is Winter Glass by Lexa Highlighter. I actually love it more than Spin of Fire, and that's the last book of the Spin of Fire duology. And if you don't know what Spin of Fire is, it's about it's a Sleeping Beauty retelling, obviously, and Isby, who is Aurora's sister, she's on a quest to find the prince to wake her up from a sleeping curse, and that's pretty much the synopsis. But in Winter Glass, you get to see more background on certain characters, which I really like, and you get to see some of the characters have get a bit bigger role in the sequel, which I actually liked more because from Spin of Fire, it took me a month to read it, which is ridiculous, but for Winter Glass, I've read it a lot faster, which I'm like, seriously, Spin of Fire is... It took me a month to read it, but then the sequel takes me a lot quicker, but I still enjoyed Winter Glass. The third question is the third Doctor, which is Jon Pertwee, and is this your favorite trilogy? And of course, I have to pick the Hunger Games trilogy by Suzanne Collins. I've just been a big fan since I was in high school. If you not know and you've been on my channel for a while, you guys know that I'm a big but I've been a fan of the Hunger Games since I first read it, and I'm still a big fan to this day. I just love everything about this book, even though it's depressing because people are sending kids from 12 to 18 to the Hunger Games to fight to the death, but it's not all about that to me. Like, even though that part's sad, but like for me, Katniss learns about herself after she volunteered for her sister, and that's what I like about the Hunger Games trilogy, and plus it's one of my favorite trilogies of all time. The next question is the fourth Doctor, which is Tom Baker, and it's a book with a colorful cover. I have trouble picking books from my current shelves on which books has the most colorful cover, but I picked Seafire by Natalie C. Parker. I just love this cover. It's really eye-catching, especially with the font that says Seafire, that almost like water or electricity effect, which I really like. Plus you get to see all the greens, yellows, and oranges on the cover, which I really like, and it blends in with the cover really well. Plus, again, it's eye-catching. The next question is the fifth Doctor, who is Peter Davison. A book that features sports, and of course I have to pick Harry Potter from the Harry Potter the Harry Potter books from the Harry Potter series. And of course they involve the sports, Quidditch, and I have not read any other books that mentions a sport, but Harry Potter is like the only one that features a sport in the Wizarding World, and that's why I picked it. Plus, that's like one of my favorite scenes from the Harry Potter books and movies. And the next question is the Sixth Doctor, which is Colin Baker. And for this question is a book that features a dark, powerful villain. There's like so many villains to choose from, because I know I could have picked Voldemort, but I'm like, you already mentioned Harry Potter for the previous question, why mention it again? But I'm gonna, let me see, and I picked Captain Hook from Peter Pan. That's like the one I could think of right now, and I know he's like a dark, powerful villain because he's going after a kid who played games, even though he's like, so I guess I picked Captain Hook for this question. I wasn't prepared for that one because I already picked one of the books in the previous question, so I don't want to mention it again. But yeah, I picked Captain Hook. The seventh question is the Seventh Doctor, which is Sylvester McCoy, and you pick your favorite adult or dark book. And I picked Murder on the Orient Express by Agatha Christie. After reading that, I realized that I forgot how much I love mystery, and that's an adult mystery novel, obviously, and I just want to read more Agatha Christie books. I actually want to read more mysteries in general because I missed how much I love mystery, and I forgot about it, like, since I read a lot of mystery books as a kid, and after reading that, I forgot how much I love mystery. So if you guys have any mystery book recommendations besides Agatha Christie, let me know in the comments down below so I can check them out. But I love Murder on the Orient Express. And the next question is the Eighth Doctor, which is Paul McGann. And for this question, you pick your favorite romance book, and I picked To All the Boys I Loved Before by Jenny Hunt. I just love this book so much. I just watched the movie. Oh my gosh, I want to watch it again. It's so good. I want it. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Oh my gosh, I love it so much, and I want to read more of To All the Boys I Loved Before trilogy. I have not read the rest of the books, but I really want to so bad because it's so cute. You guys gotta read it because I love To All the Boys I Loved Before, and I guess this is gonna be one of my favorite books of the year, and yet I don't know which books are gonna be my top picks, so I love To All the Boys I Loved Before because it's so cute. And the next question is The War Doctor, which is John Hurt, and it's a book that you read that you wish you could forget. Unfortunately, I picked Wild Beauty by Anna Marie McLemore. When I read it, it was a good book, but then I honestly did not enjoy it at the end. It's really hard for me to say it, but I have to be honest. I gave it 3 stars, but of course I love the cover, but I don't want to keep the book because of the cover. But the problem with me was I did not like the characters at all. I got pretty annoyed by them, and I'm like, really? And they were too dramatic and annoying to me, so unfortunately this is the book that I wish I could forget. The next question is The Ninth Doctor, which is Christopher Eccleston, and for this question is a book that made you pick up a series or a genre again, and I picked Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. I have not read dystopian books since I was in high school, actually, and of course I knew it was a dystopian, but when I first read it, it was because the movie was coming out, and I ended up loving the book, and of course I also saw the movie, and I ended up really enjoying it. I just don't see why people did not like the movie, because I thought they followed the book really well, and I really enjoyed Ready Player One, which is becoming one of my favorite books because it's really a different dystopian that I've read before, and of course it involves video games, which is really cool, and I love Ready Player One, and I'm thankful for that because I want to read more dystopian books. The next question is The Tenth Doctor, which is David Tennant, who's also my one of my favorite doctors, and then you have to pick your favorite super hyped book. I literally thought it was like the books that you've read, like haven't read, and I was gonna pick Blood and Bone, but I have not read it yet. But I guess I can pick Sea Witch by Sarah Henning, which is becoming one of my favorite books of the year. I actually have a book review of it, which I'll link down below and in the corner somewhere, and I really enjoyed it. I was really hyped about it because it's a Little Mermaid retelling, but it's about the Sea Witch, obviously, and I loved it so much. I literally cried at the end, and I loved it even though I saw the ending coming, but I loved it so much, and I just love how it made sense with the fairy tale, but I just love Sea Witch so much, and I was really hyped about it, and I'm glad it didn't disappoint me. The next question is The 11th Doctor, which is Matt Smith, your favorite children or middle grade book. I picked Charlotte's Web by E.B. White. I just loved that book so much as a kid, and I want to reread it again. I want to reread it because it's still one of my favorites since I was a kid, and I just loved all the animals, and I just love everything about that book, and I want to read this to my kids when they're old enough to read. I honestly want to read to them because I want them to enjoy it as much as I do. The last question is the 12th Doctor, Peter Capaldi. Yeah, that's who I was thinking of. The most anticipated new release, and I picked, there's so many that I'm really most anticipating for, but I'm picking Damsel by Alana K. Arnold. I just love the concept of the story, and I'm like, that really grabbed my interest besides the beautiful cover, and I just really want to read it because it seems really interesting to read, and I hope I end up enjoying it. So that is all for the Doctor Who book tag. I know they don't have a question for updated one with Jodie Whittaker, who is the current Doctor, which I'm really excited about, but I don't know who to tag because I don't know who's a fan of Doctor Who. If I do, I will link up their channels down below so they can do this tag. And if you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up and comment down below your favorite Doctor from Doctor Who, because I'm curious, because like I mentioned, David Tennant's my favorite, and I know I have other favorites too, but David Tennant's my number one. And if you want to follow me on social media, I have Facebook under Last Reader, and I have Twitter and Instagram on LastReader19. I also have Goodreads, which I'll link down below. If you don't want to miss any of my new videos, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!